the right way.
Here's a handoff for the Chiefs' first snap, and he is going to be taken back for a loss. Hargrave and Bosa were on him. Burks also in a loss of 3 as Patrick Mahomes over the last 2 postseasons. Perfect record, 11 touchdowns, no picks, and they've been brilliant in the postseason, going back now beyond last year on their first possession of the game in the playoffs.
Makes everyone calm down, allows Andy Reid to stick with the run when you get a lead. San Francisco has to get off to a good start today.
Quick pass to Kelsey in traffic, knocked down after just a gain of 1. And it was Greenlaw who was there. Chase Young added to it. And here is the Kansas City offense. Allegretti starts at left guard. Tooney had to go down to IR after a pectoral injury. Watch out for Rashee Rice, who's been coming on with every game. The rookie, big part of this late surge by Kansas City during the season and post. They've got Jerick McKinnon in the game, just activated. Former 49er. Here's a 3rd and 12. Mahomes dancing around, finds McKinnon. And he's going to be hammered by Greenlaw again, and Fred Warner keeping about 4 yards short of the sticks. Well, that's a gain of 8. The Chiefs had scored on their first possession in 8 straight postseason games, but not today.
This is the key for the Niners. Watch this pocket right here. You don't want him to get outside. As soon as he starts to go, you got to bring him back in. Outstanding job by Bosa and having the rush lane integrity. This is the last game the Chiefs lost. It was against the Raiders, and that's what they did. They didn't allow him to escape and create the big play.
Tommy Townsend to punt. A lot of hang time here. Fair catch performance by Usher, of course, and daring the break. Look who came out to be introduced. The great Joe Montana.
Yeah, 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in his Super Bowls. No one played a cleaner game and came up bigger in the biggest moments. It's like him and Brady and everyone else.
4-0 in the Super Bowl, 3-time MVP. As Purdy goes across the middle, Ayuk tackled down by Reed at about the 42-yard line.
This is the challenge I talk about, the layering of concepts. You're going to look at the motion come across, but Ayuk's going to be right here. But it's really about getting behind the defender inside. Purdy uses that play action fake, and everyone gets movement up front. And this is what makes this Niner team so dangerous, Jim. You don't know if that's a run, a pass, a reverse. They've got it all.
On first down, they get Debo into the game. But not for much. He's backed up by a yard or 2. Nick Bolton, the first to get there. And Karlaftis, who had the fumble recovery, comes in to finish him off. Loss of 2.
Great job by Shenault to extend out, basically set the edge. Both these teams want to get on the perimeter. The Niners did a good job running downhill. I think they're going to have a chance to run it right up the middle on Kansas City. The team speed of Kansas City exceptional when trying to go wide.
Moving on the left side. Trent Williams.
Ball start. Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Quarterback rating. 2nd and 17. Being chased. Plants the feet. Flag down. Caught. Kittle. First down, depending on the flag.
This play's going to come back as you saw the hold, but this shows you his spatial awareness.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
So Trent Williams, the first-team All-Pro left tackle, has been flagged on these last 2 occasions.
It's on your left side of your screen right there. The hold right at the moment that Purdy's starting to get outside the pocket, but 2 plays that are not normal for the first-team All-Pro. He's had an incredible career looking for his first Super Bowl, but to me, Purdy, you saw how he found that guy? He's got those traits, you know, that's instincts, and those are risky throws, but not to him. He gets through stuff very quickly.
Trent Williams, who came into the league as the first draft pick in Washington by Kyle's father, Mike Shanahan. 2nd and 27. McCaffrey was lined up wide, and he follows his blockers out to about the 33.
I mean, just the unique gifts that he has to get wiggle and get into small spaces, and that burst right away. I mean, he's dynamic. He runs with great leverage. If you have a little angle that's off or a little mistake in how you fit, he takes advantage of it. You saw that burst. I thought that was going to be 3 yards there.
You talked about Kyle Shanahan and his father trying to become the first father-son combo to win a Super Bowl. His dad won 2 back-to-back. In fact, he went back in 97, 98. McCaffrey's father won 3 Super Bowls, so they have their own passing down through the generation story. Here's a 3rd and 20. Go underneath with Debo. He can slip through tackles with the best of them. And look at all the red hats around him. They'll keep them short of what they needed. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, but that's really smart by Kyle Shanahan. We know both these coaches are so creative, so innovative, but truly let him calm down and get into the game. That was an easy one to try and have 2 plays that were going to be like, let's get it all back, right? You're nervous. You feel like, darn it, we should be scoring. Just make it simple. Punt the ball. Your defense played great on the first possession.
Yeah, and Purdy's completed his first 5 throws in this game.
Screens, little stuff, right? Bootlegs. They haven't put any real pressure on him. He had a great throw to Ayuk over the middle.
Wishnowski in the punt with another flag out.
Ooh, if this is on.
False start. Offense number 53. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Bill Vinovich was also the referee when these two met in Super Bowl 54.
Yeah, and we talked to Kyle Shanahan. The one area, coaches, as you go into a week, you tell your team, all right, these referees call this many penalties. Like certain crews call more penalties about, you know, holding this crew, not as much.
The punter from Perth, Australia, slams it back to the 7-yard line. And Richie James, it's spun around and tackled down by Chris Conley. 54-yard punt by Wishnowski, and they pin the first initial possession. And they're pinned back at the 11. Pacheco trying to get a good drive starter, and he does. He's got a 1st down. Running angry as he has made quite a reputation for himself.
Yeah, Allegretti pulls on this, and it's a really good start to the drive. Instead of just running an inside zone, you're going to pull a guard. And this really hurt San Francisco the last 2 games. They did not do a good job on these outside pin and pull type plays, and right there was just a normal pull.
On 1st down, trouble and a sack. That's Chase Young who got to him first. They traded for him back on November 1st from Washington.
This is an outstanding job by Chase Young. He got called out. This whole defense did. It was unacceptable and embarrassing by Steve Wilks for their effort and performance, but they got through that game. So when a coach does that, then you can find very quickly you're going to get the best effort out of the team, and it's the Super Bowl. That's a huge sign if he's able to do that, Jim.
Boy, he slipped right past the left tackle, Donovan Smith.
Knocked his hands right down. Perfect technique.
2nd and 14. Over to Rice. And again, they're on him. It's Warner.
Look at him fly around. Fred Warner, as good a linebacker as there is in the National Football League. And this team right now is flying around. You saw it on the first possession the same way. Their instincts. And Kansas City exposed San Francisco in last year's game on those type of screens, jet sweeps, things to get into that area. Now they got him backed up.
Fred Warner, they'll tell you around this team that he's the pulse of the team, not just the defense. And he's already got a couple of big tackles. He stopped them on 3rd down the last time they had it. Here's a 3rd and 15. On the run. And he tucks it under as Gregory was coming from behind and looking for the strip.
This is the effort you're talking about, the 2nd, 3rd level. There's no loafing. You're going to go up the field, and Randy Gregory comes flying back after working up the wide shoulder, and this is going to be, I'm telling you, they're controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. San Francisco self-inflicted wounds on offense. Otherwise, they'd be up 10 points right now.
2nd punt for Townsend. First one traveled 43 yards. Now this is a big punt as McLeod is just hammered down right away by Williams.
Huge special teams advantage in this game.